Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing an oil and filter change on my 2001 Mitsubishi Magna. Okay, parts and tools for the job, but firstly let's have a look at the requirements for an oil change in the operator's manual for the Mitsubishi Magna Verada. I've got it here. Turning to section 814 maintenance. The 3.5 litre requires 4.4 litres of oil, and there's different viscosities and weights on this chart here. Now typically I use 20 weight 40 because it is an older car, so I prefers a thicker oil. On this occasion though, I managed to get this 15 weight 40 semi-synthetic on special. Got this for not much more than a standard mineral oil, which I didn't want. I wanted at least a semi-synthetic, so going with a 15 weight 40 on this occasion, which is still acceptable. You've got it here on the chart, the second one down. And yeah, 4.4 litres for the 3.5, which is what my car is. Oil filter, just your standard Ryco Z456 is the model number for this. I bought this on eBay. The oil filters on eBay are typically about half the price that you'll find in a bricks and mortar auto parts store. I don't know why they're so expensive in those stores, but this was about $14, including delivery. I can't remember how much this air filter was. I think it was low 20s, but yeah, it was new old stock, so I thought I'd help out the eBay seller and help clear their new old stock. The model is A1359, also goes by WA960. I think the Secure brand filters go by the WA960. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I typically know them by A1359. And yeah, so that just slots straight in pretty easily. Oh, the oil, by the way, was around about $44 from memory, so not too bad, I suppose, for 5 litres. Got a spill mat here, so I'm going to give this a shot as opposed to using newspaper. So it's got an absorbent surface here, but a waterproof backing. So hopefully I can just reuse this time and time again for all of my oil changes. Just got that plastic oil can, or change pan and storer. I don't use it as a change pan because it's way too shallow, but yeah, any excess oil that I can't put back into the bottle to take to the auto parts store for recycling, I just store it in here until I have room. I'll talk about the oil sump plug now. The Mitsubishi Magna Verada came with, I believe from memory, a 17mm, I think it was, low profile head oil sump plug, and it was very difficult to get a socket or a spanner on there to untighten it without it slipping off. So many years ago I ditched it in favor of one from a Mitsubishi 380. They've got a much taller head on the oil sump plug, so it's easy to get a socket or a spanner on there without it slipping off, and it only requires a 14mm socket or spanner, so that's what I've got here. Yeah, so if you haven't already, I recommend getting rid of the original and throwing on a oil sump plug from a Mitsubishi 380. Far more practical than the original. Got the drain pan. There's a funnel in there, but I don't think I'll need it, and I'll explain why in a moment. I'm just going to jack up one side of the car, the driver's side, with a bottle jack, rather than bringing out the trolley jack for this, and then just securing it with a jack stand. And then lastly, this is 1/2 of an empty vinegar bottle. And what I like about these is that it fits perfectly into the oil filler neck. And there's obviously plenty of space there to kind of tip the oil container in. So yeah, I've got plenty of these, but yeah, you can obviously reuse it. But yeah, I prefer using these over the funnel because one, it fits perfectly, and two, you can refill it quicker as opposed to these funnels with a very small neck there. So anyway, so that's all the parts and tools, so let's get on with the job. I'll just show you where the sump plug and the oil filter is. So I'm on the driver's side, which is in Australia the right hand side of the car, and the sump plug is just here, so behind the sump, and the oil filter is just here. So pretty easy to access. I don't have the shroud connected. I think it broke off many years ago, and I just removed it. So if you still have that in place, you'll need to drop that first, of course. But yeah, otherwise for me, it's very easy to access both the sump plug and the oil filter. So I'll loosen the sump plug now, drain the oil, and then once the oil has been drained out of the sump, I'll then shift the drain pan back and remove the oil filter. Just letting the oil drain out there, and then I'll remove the oil filter. And just to assist it along, I remove the oil cap here from the top. Something that I do, and I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but I like to lower the car back down to get as much oil out of the sump as possible. When the car is jacked up, it's obviously on an angle, and there may be oil on the right side of the sump. If you're looking at the car from the front, that may not drain out, so it just pulls away from the drain plug. So yeah, I don't know if it actually makes a material difference at all, but something that I just like to do as it's draining out to see if I can get as much of that oil out as possible. Tighten the sump plug back up now. Now for the messier part, which is removing the oil filter. One thing that I did like about my wife's old Audi A1 was that the filter was on top of the engine, so it would naturally drain out, and you could just unscrew it and it was a complete clean removal, as opposed to when they're mounted underside. Basically you still get a lot of oil that comes out with the filter, so it's a bit messier, but that's life. I'll just undo this now. I don't want to get too much oil everywhere. A couple of things before installing the new oil filter. Make sure that the seal from the old filter has been removed. Trust me, you do not want to make that mistake of leaving the old seal on and screwing the new filter on. You will find out very quickly once you start the car what a significant mistake you've made. So make sure that the old seal has been removed. And before installing the new one, just dab a bit of oil around the seal, like so, before you screw it on. And it should now be right to go onto the car. And when you're tightening up the oil filter, don't overdo it, just a little bit more than pinch tight. So once it stops, don't force it any further. So that's perfect. Okay, so don't use any tools to try and tighten it up, just do it by hand. And once it stops, don't go any further. Here's the spill mat after draining the oil and removing the oil filter, and there's not much mess to speak of compared to when I used newspapers. So it's quite absorbent compared to newspaper, where the oil would typically run for a little bit across the paper before soaking in. So yeah, I'm really impressed. It's plenty big enough to slide under the car and catch any drips or spillage, and clearly it can be reused. So yeah, very happy with this. All right, time to refill with fresh oil. Got my makeshift funnel here, and you can see here it slots in perfectly to the filler neck, like so. 4.4 litres is not going to be easy to measure. I'll just have to eyeball it, but try and get it as close as I can. I think that'll just about do it. Can't get it exact, obviously, but better to have a little bit more than a little bit less, particularly in an older engine, which leaks a little bit. So I'll just let that settle, and then I'll measure at the dipstick and add a little bit more if necessary, but I think for the most part fine. The other thing that I like about my makeshift funnel is that I can screw the cap on and no oil will continue dripping out of it. So, yeah. Okay, last job, the air filter. I can never remember which way these slide in, so you'd think I'd know by now, but the old one right next to it. Reference. All right, there we go, job done. Oil and filter change on a 2001 Mitsubishi Magna with the 6G74 3.5 litre V6 engine. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below and I'll get back to you. And as always, thanks for watching and subscribing. Cheers.